Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. Now, first, before we get started today, I filmed a teeny tiny clip yesterday showing the swatches a little bit. So I'm going to cut to that now. Filming just a little clip to tack on to the beginning of Day 2. I did end up deciding what I was going to do about the Inkvent. I have got my swatches here, and I have them in two different spots. So my original little holiday journal. This was from last year's Hobonichi Girl Advent Calendar, and I'm just continuing on with it. So I've got my swatches. I used the dip pen here to write them in, and then I filled up my pens and decided I also want to see the swatches in Tomoe River paper, because this is just something. I don't even know like what GSM this is. I'll leave it up on the screen. I know they tell on their website. It is really, for the most part, pretty nice paper. It's pretty fountain pen friendly. It doesn't bleed through a whole lot, even though those were pretty saturated ink swatches. I had minimal like bleed through here and there. The only thing is this paper just kind of dulls the color. You don't get to see quite the variation. And also I did have some feathering here and there with colors. Like see, there's a little bit of bleed through on that swatch. For the most part, it doesn't cause problems, but there was some feathering. Like this ink feathered a little bit. I could see it in some of the writing samples. I don't know, my kids are home. It's December 1st, so it is Sunday. Especially like on this, you can see Monte Grappa, Sapphire did quite a bit of feathering. Also this Tatcha ink, and also the Rar and Klinger Verdigris also bled a little bit. So you do get quite a bit of feathering on that, and it does dull the color. So here I feel like the ink looks way more vibrant than here. It's very similar looking, but it's just not quite as vibrant, and you don't get to see all the like the swatchiness. All the colors kind of fade together, whereas here you get a lot of that variation, which I think is so much fun about the fountain ink swatches. You get to see all those little places where the ink pools, and you get the different color lines. So you just kind of don't get that nearly as much on these. And this paper is cream based, so it does alter the color just the teeny tiniest bit. Again, not a deal breaker, not a huge deal. I wanted to have an ink sample also in the Tomoe River, so I do all my little ink samplies in here. And I put them in like a nicer book in organized fashion, but this is just like down and dirty swatching. And so I've got them in here. I used my clip from yesterday to be my clip to hold this page down. So I'm thinking I'll probably get 6 swatches, two more here, and then 6 on the other page. So we'll go down the page, and I just wrote 1 and then had the colors going across. So 2 will be here, colors going across. And then obviously this one's more Advent organized, like the number 1 will be here, number 2 will be over here. I came up here actually to film a couple of review things for later in the month. I have a couple of things I want to talk about, and so I wanted to include this clip about Day 1 for Day 2. So let's go ahead and hop into actual real-time December 2nd, Day 2 for Vlogmas. So I have had a day to play around with these. I really like both colors. I ended up doing my journaling with the TikTok croc, and then I used the red to write in my sticker sneeze planner a little bit, and it's a really pretty color. I also did the header with the color, and I really think both colors are beautiful. I'm going to leave the red in here because I didn't use it as much as I used the green. I used this green for my morning journaling. So this is in the Schaefer 100. It's the coffee edition. It's got a little coffee mug on it, and it's super cute. I'm not usually much of a neutral girly, but I loved the gradient on this. I loved the like the bronzy rose goldiness of this. Even the nib is really beautiful. So this one's been one of my new fun pens to try out. And then this was my second pen I got, the TWSBI Diamond 580 Iris, and it's got the titanium oxide, so like rainbow metallic, which is super fun. So I used both of these. They're both medium nibs, and I've had a lot of fun with them. So I'm gonna leave my red in there. I will switch out the green today. Last night when I was writing this, I went ahead and set up my December in the Sterling Ink B5. So this is a big chunker. It's a B5. I actually did cover this one. I did a video covering this with some vinyl, so it's not the forest green anymore. So I just decorated this a little bit with the Hobonichi Girl kit. I had the kit all over the place. I need to put this back in a little page protector thing. I keep my kits in the little page protectors that come with the kits. So I'm not getting the January kit. I think I already mentioned that, but generally speaking, I get most months kits. I went ahead and switched back to the Ultimate Subscriber Kit because it has the Hobonichi stickers in it too. It's my sticker sneeze planner works with those Hobonichi cousin style kits. So there is that. I also pulled out my stickers from last year and a few like extra things. So this was the kit from last year. It's like a baking Christmas kit, more red and green with a little bit of pink thrown in as well. So that's all extras from last year, which I will decorate. And then I have a couple of coffee monsters, various things. I think I have a winter kit that matches this one. And then one more sticker sheet, penguin and snowman. I don't know if that was like last year's Christmas or the year before, but I have all these little extra Christmas goodies that I can use to decorate. And I'm going to be getting more stickers and things in the actual Advent. So this is Winter Onesie, which is the December Hubbin' and Chub Girl kit. So I want to walk through just a tiny bit. First of all, there's only so much I can actually use from this B5 so far. So I'm just going to have the monthly calendar right now. So all the calendars are up front, and then it's a vertical column, and these are 1.5 inch, well, a little bit thicker than 1.5 inch. Trying to find, I stuck one sticker, there it is. So this is a 1.5 inch vertical planner kit sticker. That's your typical like 1.5 inch thick columns of all your like 7x9 typical vertical spread planners. But this is a little bit bigger, so almost a box on each side, which I think is perfect. I can center it. I use the EC Hourly, which also gives you a space. I've got stacks of stuff on the desk of lots of things I want to talk about. I don't know if I'm going to squeeze all of them in this video or not. But this is your typical vertical column that I've been using. And you can see like there's still a gap on each side because the vertical columns for the hourly are a little bit wider to make room for the writing. Just a touch wider. And it doesn't bother me. I just center them the best I can, and sometimes they're just crooked and everywhere. As December has started, I wanted to go ahead and work on setting up some things to use because a lot of planners have that calendar. A lot of the planners have the December calendar like this one. I can't really fully move into it. There's no actual weekly pages until 2025 actually starts, but they do have the calendar, so I went ahead and moved this. And what I'm trying out is this is going to be my family everything calendar, like every play date or birthday party or kids activity, mom's nights, appointments, meetings, all that kind of stuff is going to go on here. So I feel like there's lots of room. I'm going to count how many lines there are. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 lines. I think that's a lot of room for putting everything on the calendar. Basically anything that's going to be timed is going to go on this calendar. So I am going to work on filling this in off camera, and I won't share that with you. Like that's more of a private thing. But I wanted to share the setup with you guys. So far, that's the only thing that can go in this B5, but I'm super excited to move into this because I think whether or not I use these pages, like this is the experimental part, I want to use this instead of my EC Hourly and my Daily Duo. So it'll cover to-do listing, time blocking, and like our daily hourly schedule. I feel like it'll cover all of those things. I'm going to try it out and see if I like combining everything. But whether or not I use those pages, I want to use these pages. So I might just have this sitting out on my desk like so, just like, you know, on my desk on an easel or sitting flat. Or I might have it be the planner that's with me during the day, and I can fill out this during the day. Or I can have this sitting out on my desk and flip back and forth if I need to during the day. So that's the plan for this. Ultimately moving in, it's gonna be sort of an experimental planner. I'm gonna try it out. There's a delivery truck coming down the road, so you might hear that. Really excited to try this out, and I wrote a few kind of like bucket lists slash tasks that need to be done. We're gonna go through the closet and donate. We already went through some of the stuff this weekend, but I have more to do. And then we're gonna bake cookies, we're gonna see Christmas lights, and we might do more like a Christmas bucket list style thing down the list. And then just like our daily weekly stuff, we've got some Christmas parties to attend, we've got some school activities, dance activities, of course. So that is set up to get started. I also finished this, like I already said, this is done for up to yesterday. And then this is gonna be my Advent. So I've got the Colorverse on this side, and I ended up still writing Colorverse. So I'm like so used to writing the brand name and then the color. So I'm not gonna write the brand name moving forward, I think. I think it's gonna look weird that it's just right there, and I may mess up and write it sometimes, but this one's gonna have the brand name and color, and then this one hopefully will just say whatever color it is for the Advent. And then moving in, this is gonna be day 2 and 3. So I'll stick this sticker on this page. And then I started the washi. I got the winter onesie, the Elsa and Anna Frozen the Nightmare Before Christmas, and then the washi from Archer and Olive. I got the penguin washi. And then I'll have washi from the Gingerbread Advent from Hobonichi Girl that will go on here as well. I don't anticipate getting any more Christmas goodness, but if I do, there's plenty of room for that as well. And then I'll continue on after that. So I was going to actually mark the next page so that that bookmark is out of the way a little bit. So we will end up doing our swatches on this. I ended up also, like I said, I ended up deciding to put my swatches in this book. So I do have this book clipped. I might have to clip this book. I might have to go get more clips. I don't know if I have enough. Will that lay flat enough? Okay, I think this one will lay flat enough. I do need to clip this one down. That's pretty good. Okay, so I will end up swatching in both of these books just to get it on TRP paper as well. And then when I write with the pens, I'm also writing them in this currently inked. So this is what I'm going to be using for like a currently inked and keeping track of my inks. Moving forward, this is the Doodles by Just Scribble. It is a blank TRP, but I'm going to be playing around with this. I've talked about this in the ink update video I did a little while back. So here was November. I started out with these 5 inks. I did end up switching 3. I think all 3 of these colors I have in pens right now. I switched out 2 of the other ones. So I've got the 5 I started with. I stamped these and colored a little bit, did a little Copic coloring up at the top. These are the ink switches I made during the month, which wasn't very much. I had a lot of fun with these colors. And then skip a page, and then I set up my December page. And because I'm going to be doing swatches every day, I didn't like change out 5 pens to set up a currently inked type of page like this. I'm just going to carry them along. So as I fill up the pens, I'll add to this list. So this is going to be a longer one. Most likely we'll move past this 2-page spread. And I also added a little stamping to this one, just a little snowflakies, and I held open a paper to use as scratch paper. I'm going to be using this. I'll show you in a minute, but I just kind of set this underneath the page to catch the extra ink and to make sure it was flat so that the stamps would show up really nicely. And so there's weird stamping on there, which I'll talk about this when we talk about moving into everything. First, I do want to do the ink swatching, so I'll do this part afterwards. I'll write in everything afterwards. Once I clean out my pens, I'm just going to do the big swatches. And I need, you know what? I'm going to bring up 2 pipetters because I ended up having to clean my pipetter between the 2. I'm going to go ahead and have 2. So today's actually my kid's first day back after our Thanksgiving break. So I'm all discombobulated. I realized I'm not even wearing my watch. Look, see like my tan line there. And I found so many of these like little particles from our Christmas tree. We have a fake tree, but like it sheds those pine needle things. I have like little specks of it still all over me. Anyway, I'm not wearing my watch, which feels weird. I also brought up some more clips in case I need them. I'll go ahead and clip this page down as well. And hopefully it'll be a little bit flatter. Got an extra pipetter. Brought up a ruler too. I was using washi and didn't have a straight edge. So now I have a straight edge with me as well. Okay, let's go ahead and open the Colorverse. Like right now, the number 1s are just sitting around. Let's go ahead and get number 2 out of here. It's up here. And this one is one of the ones I thought was really pretty. As far as reds go, the Super Giant from yesterday is a really pretty one. These are hard to get out, so it's really form fitted for the bottles in there. Okay, so this one is called Edge of Night. It does not look like a shimmery ink. So a lot of these have properties like sheening or shimmer. So I'm excited about seeing what this one looks like. Oh my gosh, I just realized. So I said there's no description. Oh, there totally is. Look. Super Giant is a color inspired by super giants, which are hot, bright stars. So that was for number 1 yesterday. I just realized there's writing on the back of this. Edge of Night is a color inspired by the dusky moments when night ends and dawn begins. So it doesn't really tell you a whole lot about the shading properties or sheening properties or anything, but it tells you about what it was named after. So the inspiration, so this looks like a nice blue. It doesn't seem to be shimmering, but it might be sheening. Okay, so this is going to be our page for day 2. These are really hard for me to open. Almost dropped it everywhere. All right, so Edge of Night. I do like how these bottles are really cute, but I feel like they are not very stackable friendly. They don't stack the greatest. So it's gonna be taking up a drawer or something in my crafty room. Oh yeah, so pretty. It's just such a pretty blue. I like it. I can't wait to see how it dries down. Very pretty. Okay, there is Colorverse, Edge of Night. So far, 2 for 2 for me. Like as far as reds go, that's like the most perfect Christmassy red. And when you write with it, it has like the darker lines, which I love. I love a sheening ink. The sheen on it's not like super in your face, but you definitely get that like colorful toned effect. You get the down strokes that are darker, the curvy bits that are a little bit lighter. You get a lot of color variation. And so I'm happy with that ink a lot. Okay, there you go. Edge of Night. Let's go ahead and pick one. I'm going to be talking about this planner in a different video. I'll link to it down below, but I'm going to walk through it completely in a standalone separate video. I already did that. That's why it's sitting on the desk. I did a tiny bit of rearranging. I'm going to go with a green ink. This one is Robert Oster Citrus. So this one's just a very, very bright looking green, and I feel like it was a nice green for Christmas. Spread this one out. So pretty. Look, it's like almost a limey. It's supposed to be kind of lime colored. It's citrus. But I think it's a great green for Christmas time, nice and festive. It's more of like your non-traditional green Christmas color. Love. So far we're building a really nice looking Christmas color palette. Edge of Night from the Colorverse color vent, and then Citrus from Robert Oster. This is my DIY color vent color, which both totally hit it out of the park. Love both. So I'm going to leave the red in here. I've got to make decisions about pens. I think I'm going to replace the other green with the new green, and then I'm going to replace what I have in my TWSBI Eco, and this is I Am a Cat by Wearingle. It's a super cute gray that has some shimmer in it and just a really nice, pretty color. I'm gonna go ahead and replace it because I don't have a whole lot going on in here. So that's taken care of. Let's go ahead and unbox this or unenvelope this. I don't know. Sheer. Oh no, I already ripped the sticker. Ah, okay. Well, I might have to piece that back together. I was hoping not to do that. That was just that was a fail. Trying to get the sticker actually off of here. These stickers are a lot trickier this year than last year. I feel like I was able to peel the other ones last year. So easy. And then these ones are giving me all sorts of trouble. And these are little stickers, which are fun. So I do need to get out another little plastic page protector. These are just the cute little stickers. So these are only available in the Advent, and as of right now, they do still have these in stock. So you can check out Hubbin and Chub Girl. I do have a coupon code, but I'm not sure that it works on this, but I know they have tons of Black Friday stuff, and you can stack a coupon on some of the Black Friday sales. Super cute. I love little gingerbreads. And I will have fun decorating with these. So set those aside for now. I'm gonna tape this guy in. I did pull off some of the color. I made it all the way to the top of that sticker, unfortunately. It is what it is. I'll make it work. It's all sorts of raggedy looking, but that's okay. It works. It's fine. Okay, so there's day 2. The colors are drying down pretty nicely and quickly on this paper. They kind of soak in a little bit to this paper. Those ones are starting to dry down a little bit. I think you get so much more variation, like I said, on the TRP. Okay, setting these guys aside, we've got more things to discuss. I do have a whole list of things I want to talk about, and some of them are just not going to make it. Today we're going to talk about moving into December goodness. Like I said earlier, I moved into the B5. I'm also moving into a couple of other planners. The week's planners actually start on the weekly pages. I do need to update my plant planner. I did bring that one up too. It's a sterling ink, so it's not the same as these. These ones have weekly pages starting full month of December. This one does not. This one starts in January, but I've been using these back pages. I do need to update a little bit. I repotted my tiniest propagation. I'll show pictures up on the screen. And then I watered a few other plants. I had 3 tiny pups. One I thought didn't have a growth point. It was just a leaf. I didn't think it had any growth points, so I knew it probably wasn't going to survive. And then the teeny tiniest white plant It didn't have any roots and it was all white. So all white plants struggle because they don't have chlorophyll. So that one also did not make it. But my strongest of my little white night pups did make it. I went ahead and repotted it this morning. So I got to write in new leaf information, watering information, and then the December calendar is available. So I can start updating on that page as well as far as repotting and things like that. So I do need to update that one. I'll do that off camera. And now these two I'm using for various things. I already tabbed them up cutely. This is going to be my reading journal. I do want to go ahead and sticker this one up. I brought stickers up with me. Picked out my favorite ones. I ended up getting a ton of vinyls for Go Wild to hand out. And I still had a bunch left. I pulled out all the reading ones I thought were super cute. I won't use all of these, obviously. And then I had some Keroppi ones that I thought would work good. I am going to keep track of movies and stuff in here too. So that one I thought was cute. And then obviously one with reading is cute. But all these came from various different reading vinyls. And I will link to those. They're just cheap Amazon ones. Same with these. I think they were cheap Amazon ones. So I want to decorate a little bit in here. I still need to print off monthly summary page. Where is it? I'm going to cover up some of this, which I'll tell you one thing in here. I want to cover this up with some sort of like monthly overview thing and cover this up with the daily checkoff. I did print those off, but I haven't brought them up yet. And so I went ahead and started using this December. I thought at first I would do little book covers in these spaces, but I still have 3 more months over here, January, February, March. So I will probably use those as book covers, and then this one I can use. So I'm giving myself a sticker. I don't update until the morning after. So that was yesterday. I did end up doing a little bit of reading at bedtime, and I finished a book. So when I finish a book, I put my number in, write in stuff. So now I'm on the last of the original Dune books, book number 6. So I'll give myself a sticker. I did go ahead and stick these. These are from that winter onesie Hub and Chub Girl kit. So I got these in here. I'm just alternating the two because I knew I didn't have enough people for every day of the month. So I'm just alternating, make it look cute. And then here is my actual reading day. Again, like we'll update this now based on what I read last night. And then I'll start my new week. So basically like this is list form. This is like bullet points from what I read or my reaction to what I read. Sometimes it's a recap. Sometimes it's more of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe XYZ. So that's what these pages will be. And then in the back, I did end up setting up a few things. So this will be like a title page sort of thing. These are the books I've read for 2024. I'm still going since I started December in here. And then this will be books I read for 2025. I'll leave some space because it looks like I'm only going to have room for 24 books on here. So I'll leave space, like leave these 2 blank probably, and then carry over various things in here. So I feel like there's a lot of pages, so I don't feel like I'm going to necessarily run out of room. But because I already started this book, this was actually a 6-month book, so I was using these a little bit. Not the greatest at filling out these. I thought I'd do Club Moxie work up at the top and then media down at the bottom. But I didn't do hardly any of the stuff on the top. And then some weeks are better than others on here. Some weeks I fill out, some weeks are basically blank. I'm trying to find one that's blank and then I have like half of a week filled out. But this was only a 6-month thing, so I ended up using this until June. Which you can see I didn't really do much some of the weeks. I didn't write in summaries and things. I was kind of over it. And then I've got my book list here I was updating. I got Club Moxie work in here. I've got like book series listed. I've got book recaps. There's other randomness in here sometimes, but I'm carrying over those book things. Like I said, I don't fill out the whole page most of the time, so I feel like these back pages will have enough space. But because I have like all my book summaries in here, I want to continue. So we're doing the Fast and the Furious movies, which are hilarious. But I've got some Dune notes. This is like the whole series of Dune. And then I have places for recaps, but I haven't done the actual book recaps for these yet. But I put the pages in, so I think I'll continue putting like recap style updates in here because there's still like 100 pages in here. So this will be my long-term reading thing, and this will be my like more year-specific reading stuff, I think. So I don't know how much of it's going to actually be duplicated, but I like the idea of having like, you know, book recaps in here. Since I still have 100 pages, that's like multiple years for me. At this point, I'm reading like 20 books a year. Keep this one as more of a long-term book thing, and this is more of my like day-to-day, giving myself my sticker and talking about what I read section. So I think those are going to go kind of hand in hand. I do want to sticker these up real quick, but before we do that, I want to show you guys, this one's my Japanese practice. So I've been doing my flashcards. I thought about, again, giving myself a sticker, but it didn't do that this week. I'll show you, I dot pinned it off. So here's kind of what my Japanese practice looked like. I'm going over just various small section of vocab words. Like this is my vocab words. This was me rewriting them. I didn't do much more rewriting, but I did flip through my flashcards. Again, I have to update for Sunday, but like I had 1 dot for flashcard practice, 1 dot for writing practice, and then by Thursday, I'm like, I'm not doing any more writing. It's like writing a few sentences and things. But yeah, I got some of my vowels and some of my letters flashcarded out so I can get really good at recognizing letters. Like I can read these just because I've done these words over and over and over again. But again, like very few words actually on the page. I have my little dot checklist, so I practiced every day. I can definitely give myself a sticker every day for this. But like I said, not going to be filled out every day. I didn't feel like doing more writing really, except like what I was writing here. So, you know, it's going to be like sort of filled out. Not necessarily every single day is going to be nice and filled out. So again, if you're a Japanese speaking person and you're seeing this and you're like, oh my gosh, what is this horrible writing? Please forgive me. It's like my beginning steps of writing. It's so tricky. And it looks terrible. So definitely got to practice all around with the Japanese practice. And then in the back, I'll put like grammar and various things, but nothing's back here yet. But I've got the pages marked off so that I can use them. And yeah, Hobonichi weeks moved into those guys. All right, let's sticker this up real quick. I just want to sticker up everything. And yeah, I was thinking I would put my sticker envelope in here, but the sticker sheets I want to use are bigger than the page. So I'm not sure I'm going to use this envelope yet. I might just shove my stickers in the front like so. But I do want to put actual like vinyls on here and on here. And this I'll cover with something first, I think. So these 2 pages at least for now. Okay, I finished these 2 pages. I tried to cram so many in there. I like how they turned out. I like this one. Well, bad people are less likely to be evil. Super cute. Lots of cute little sayings. So got those 2 covered. Need to do some sort of print out. Check off on that. Some monthly set up here. I don't exactly know. I've got to use Canva and design something. And when I do design something, I'll definitely let you guys have access to those files there. Just be something I design. So that is set up for now. I'm going to stick these 2 back in the front here, my little sticker buddies. I also have this set up. I think I mentioned this in the Black Friday video, but I do have this set up as my content planner for now. I don't have anything that starts early for the content planning, so all my Vlogmas and YouTube video notes and everything go in here, and I'm still using it. It fits really nicely. I can have a dot pen, in this case a highlighter, and the black pen. I've got a couple of stickers that I regularly use for things. I'm finishing up some of these stickers. I've got my new like filming day stickers in here. Some post-it notes. These stickers happen to be my wellness and workout stickers in here. Just like wellness, food logging, that type of thing in there. I just stuck them in here for now. But I like that this is all contained. This is an Erin Condren premium planning pack, I think. I really like it. I ended up with both colors of these. They were on sale for Black Friday, so I don't know if that Black Friday sale is still going on. It is Cyber Monday, so it potentially could still be up, but I really like that setup. And as far as other things I have been able to move into just slightly, these ones technically don't really start this month, but they do have December stuff. So I went ahead and set up the December monthly, and I did end up using the Hobonichi Cousin Kit to cover up the red. And I like that much better. Like, all I did was cover up the red spots. And now it's super cute and festive. I did a little space of the sidebar too, just to add that little snippet. And then this is gonna be my health log. So right now I had one migraine. It was on the 25th. It kind of came out of nowhere. Otherwise I'll track period, symptoms, sick day stuff, migraines, all sorts of health related stuff on this spread. So it's not something I'll necessarily show that much because it's just like, you know, symptoms. And then this is going to be my more like self-care, food logging, skincare routines, all the things, like maybe some checklist items as far as like nightly routine or morning routine, and then daily journaling in here. Mostly like wellness type of related. So symptoms. It'll be a thing where like if it's a migraine day, I might write my migraine symptoms or timeline on these back pages and they'll coordinate with these days. For now, I don't have any of the actual daily pages or weekly pages to use until actual January, but for now I can use this as my little tracker. So I think that's nice and helpful. To go along with that, I did end up deciding to use these. I went ahead and set them up. I will show you guys that, I think, in another Vlogmas. I don't have time for it today, but I think maybe tomorrow I'll talk about how I set these guys up to go along with that. But right now I'm just using the actual health tracker for that one. And then, last but not least, this one's going to be my evening journal. I did go ahead and commit to it, and I only have December set up. Same deal with the other one. I just have this one, and this one's just gratitude. So I did end up coming up here, working on my little journal thing and filling out my gratitude. So this is gratitude. I'll do family highlights down the sidebar. I again covered up the red. It's not a color I like, so I covered it up, and I feel much happier about being able to cover that up. I'm not sure about every day. I might have to put a sticker there every single week, or a piece of washi tape just to get rid of that red. But this looks really nice, and so far, just gratitude, and I really like that. I have a pencil board so I can keep a pen clipped here. I don't actually have a pen here because these two are together right now, but I did put on a pen clip. I don't even know who made this one, but I was gifted this one. So it's a cute little pen clip. And so these ones are set up, ready to work. And now I usually use some sort of dot notepad or something just for like ideas, brain dump, scribbling out things, party planning, that sort of thing. So I had this lined book. There's my Thanksgiving. I had this lined book that I've had forever. You can see it like ripped pages out of it. This is from Lime Life, and I don't know that they make these cute little books anymore, but it was super cute. I got a couple of these from them, and I used it when Olivia was a baby, just taking doctor's notes when she was a little, like keeping track, taking it back and forth. It was in the diaper bag, ready to go, and haven't used it in a long time, so I finally pulled it out. I'm using up the last pages of these, and I think I have like, I don't know, a few more pages. I decided I was going to not dig into a new bullet journal. I thought I would use that really pretty snowflakey one I got from Archer and Olive, but I didn't want to use it for just 1 month and then put it aside. So I'm just trying to use up things. So I'm trying to use this up so I can get it off of my shelf. And then I have this monthly planner, and I've used it, set it up somewhat here and there. Like, here you go. Here's 2023. This one goes through the end of 2024, but I haven't been using it because the squares are so small. They're just full and crowded, and I don't love this very much, right? So I have all these note pages in the back that I want to use up. I was documenting all my notebooks and planners and things. I had like lists in here, but I wasn't using the monthlies, and it's going to expire at the end of this month. So I thought I would try to use up these note pages in the back for the month of December, and I was marking it. I wanted to show you guys whatever blank page I was on. I plan on marking it so I can easily flip to whatever page I need. So this one, I've got a few more pages. It'll last me like maybe half of this week, and then I will end up moving into this one. That's what I'm using right now for my just everything, jotting down notes, brain dump, random to-do lists. Like, I will end up like filling out a page randomly, brainstorming and stuff, just ideas, notes, all the things. Anything extra that's not pretty and is not fleshed out is just in here. brain dumpy type of stuff. I have one last final move-in situation. I did pull out the Advent pouch. I wanted to go ahead and use it all month long. It is one of those things in the gingerbread Advent. I will get another pen pouch, which I love. I love pen pouches. It's one of my weaknesses. But I went ahead and stuck all my pens in here. I was using this Laurel Denise, which I love. I love how like long it is. I love it's kind of like squared off. Love the color of this. It's the little bit of like minty aqua, and then the pink on the inside is just right in your face. Love the little pink accents. It's just such a cute little pen pouch. I've had this one that I've used since I got it pretty much. I went ahead and grabbed it and have been using it, and I finally moved everything into this one. This one is a little bit skinnier. You can see like width-wise. So my top bows didn't fit the greatest in this pen pouch, but otherwise I got all my pens. All the pens I want with me. And then whatever pens I'm using otherwise are also usually in this pen pouch, unless they're sprawled on this desk. Also my Apple pencil's in here. Just like to have it with me. I use 2 different iPads, so I don't necessarily need it clipped to an iPad all the time. Although it would be nice, it would be charged, but I don't tend to use the pencil nearly as much as I use the iPad, so I don't like it just hanging out and potentially getting lost with kids messing with things. So there's my pen pouch. I'm very excited to move into a Christmassy one for December. That's that. Let me do my last one thing. Usually I have my Daily Duo out and I use black pen. Like all of it's just black pen. I don't even dot pen off a lot of things, but everything's black pen with a colorful dot. Well, because it's Advent, I went ahead and decided I'm going to use my pen of the day for my to-do listing and time blocking. So this is my to-do list for today, and then here's my little time blocking I will fill out as I go. And I clip it to my goal setting and my media log, which again, now this is redundant since I moved into this one. So there you go, I've got that. What I want to do with this is set up the covers. Here's my hourly. So I've got covers on here that were left over from fall time, and I want to recover these, and I pulled out all my Christmas covers. These are just Erin Condren's, and so the covers are interchangeable, which is awesome. You can see this is bowing out because I have the sticky notes on here, plus I'm filling it out with washi and stickers and stuff. So this one's getting beefy. I got a new cover, super cute. This is a brand new Hello Kitty cover. I've got a snowflake cover. I think this was a, no, I was going to say it was a special edition, but not. It has my name on it. It's got a holographic foil on it, which is awesome. I've got this colorful trees, which is another one that I just absolutely love. I think I have the A5 version of this, but I don't need an A5 cover right now. And then last year, I got this Hello Kitty. It says Warm Wishes. And then I also have a Hello Kitty snow cover that I didn't pull out, actually. I've got 3 different Hello Kitty winter ones. So I'm going to put covers on now, and I probably will switch like mid-month, potentially. I really want to use this one, for sure. I'm trying to see which one goes best with this pattern. Do I want to do 2 Hello Kitties? I think I'm going to do these 2. I feel like the colors work well together. So we're going to go daily, weekly. I'm just going to redo these, and spoiler alert, I suck at doing these covers. So they're not going to be the most graceful installations. So this is the back. I just realized both my coils are rose gold, which I do like. I'm getting better at these covers, but I still not the greatest at it. Still have one that poked wrong. Love this one. If you watched my Black Friday haul, you'll know I got the blanket to go with this one, but Johnny did take that whole entire box from me. If you watched that video, I'm like, I think he's gonna let me keep half of it. No, he took the whole box. He's like, nope, I'm taking it, I'm wrapping it. So I don't get any of those Christmas goodies yet. Which actually I think that other cover was in that box. I should have probably snuck that one out of the box. That's why I didn't have it with me. I think it's in that box. So there you go. This one's getting beefy because I use tons of stickers and washi and stuff in this book. So it's really beefy. This is a 6-month daily duo. Like, you can see where I add the stickers and washi tape. So that one's a big chunker. This one is also a big chunker. So there you go. My covers are changed out. And I think that is going to wrap up this Vlogmas. I've got a couple of other things still to discuss, but I will save those for tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and clean out my pens, ink them up. I'll speed through writing in the names. I think I can safely write the names in now. So I'm going to end it here. I'll speed up through the rest. I hope you guys have a great day, great start to your December. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me along. I am trying to do a couple of like little shorts of like the inks and various things on my Instagram stories. So I have like a whole little highlight reel on my Instagram stories that you can check if you want to see more like real-time updates. I did post our Christmas tree, so that is over there. We'll also have a couple of little snippets. We did end up getting more Twinkly Lights. The brand name is called Twinkly. They came with stickers, and I wrapped our rails yesterday. They look so cool. I'll show some little demonstrations here for you guys before we leave, and I'm going to speed up just writing in the swatches. So that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great start to your December, and I will catch you tomorrow back for more Vlogmas. So hope your day's great. Catch you tomorrow. Bye.